Hi. Hello? Okay. Okay, so you're all welcome to this live stream. Let's wait for about 5 minutes to get. I think the Facebook stream is not working. Okay, 1 second. Is this link actually working?
Jeez.
Hello? Can we
Hello,
start
Bajis.
now?
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to blast an SMS. 1 second, sir. Okay, so we begin our presentation in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so this presentation is about how you would want to get a car from Ghana to US. Relatively, if you go to the garage to buy a car, you will find that the prices of cars are relatively very high. So it's in your own best interest to buy it yourself and then ship over to Ghana. So the topic for discussion are one, how we would source the car, and two, how you buy the car, three, transport the car, and then tracking the car, why you would want to trust us with your money, and then the testimonial that follow after that. After that, we'll do a Q&A. Any other questions that you have, we can be able to answer that for you. So we start with the first one, which is our business model. Our business model is that we source out the car from Coparts, IAI, Manheim, and then the Economy NG, that is Economy New Jersey. So the Economy is more of buy now. Okay, this is not an auction website. It is buy now. You go there, you know the prices of the car, you point which one you want, and then you are given the car, you buy the car, and then that's it. But for Copart, you will need to do an auction, or what you can be able to do, or buy it now. So we have so many options for Copart. You can buy it now, or you can wait for auction to come and then you buy the car. So when we buy the car, we transport the car and then we ship the car over to you. For our business model, we don't keep inventory. Let me check out my people on the stream, whether they can hear me. Let me see. Can anybody hear me? Is everything okay? Can you hear me well? Okay. So our business model, like I was saying, our business model is that we don't keep inventory. We don't buy the cars, keep them, and then sell them. We rather source them from these companies and then we ship them over to you. That is how our business model works. So people keep asking me, how much is this? How much is the price of this car? How much is the price of that car? It will be relatively difficult for me to give you a specific price or a fixed price because of the very fact that we mostly buy these cars from auction. Okay, so we buy them from auction, so you are not able to determine the price right away. until you win a bid. But then relatively, we have been able to do auctions for a long time, and then we can be able to give you a range of prices of how the cars are being sold for. So most of the time, mostly 2016, 2017 Toyota Corolla, you realize that the price is around 3,000 to 4,000 range thereabout dollars. So we are able to know based on the so many of the auctions we have been able to do for our customers. But we wouldn't be able to give you a specific price with the auction, because auction is like whoever wins the bid gets it. So if the price is too high for us, we just drop off. If it's within our budget, we buy it for our customers. So that is our business model. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So how do we source for our cars? First of all, you need to know we need to know your requirements. We need to know the make of the car, the model of the car, the year, and then your budget. So if you want a car, we need some a specific requirement. So what kind of car are you looking for? Probably you are looking for a Toyota, you want a Honda, or you want Mercedes. Then you let us know the model. Mercedes, is it C300? Is it C350? GLE? Any kind? Is it Corolla? Is it CRV? Our most of our about let me say 90 or 80% of our cars are Honda CRV, because that is what most of the customers demand for. We need to let us know the year. You can be specific, you can give a range, maybe 2019 to 2023, 2024, any specific range of year you want. You need to let us know. And then you need to let us know your budget. This one is very important. So your budget will let us know if this particular car fits your budget. Okay. So when you have this information, we go to the sourcing companies and then we get the car for you. The first instance is that we search based on your criteria, and then we send some links to you so that you know these cars we are sending to you fit your criteria. So we send sample cars to you. Mostly these cars will be 1 day or 2 days ready for auction, so that when we do the auction, we are able to know that your price or your budget will actually fit buying the car, shipping, and then everything inclusive for you. So your budget will be very important. That is how we are able to test. We may test 1 or 2 times, and then we send you a video of whatever auction amount that the last bid that was accepted. So we will let you know, and then we send you that information. If your budget is low, from the auction, you can be able to know that your budget is really low so that you can top it up. Or if your you can decide to maybe downgrade the year so that we can be able to buy the car for you. One thing I need to make you understand is that we have a certain standardized criteria for our business. Usually we don't buy cars which are over 75,000 in miles. Okay, 75,000. So usually most of our cars are within the range of 20,000 to 70,000 range thereabout. But then if you want us to go above, because if the mileage is higher, it means that the prices will be lower. Okay, so it will also give you an indication whether, okay, let's go a little bit higher so that your budget can be able to fit, so that we can be able to buy the car for you. Or you can downgrade the year just a little bit. Maybe you can downgrade from 2020 to 2018 or 2019, such that you can be able to use your budget accordingly and then get the car for. Other than that, you may have to top it up before we can be able to buy the car for you. So you can keep your questions coming. please keep your questions coming. We will have time for Q&A session. So just let your questions be flowing and we will work on them for you. Okay, so let me go to the next slide because we're not going to take so much time. Okay, so at this point, I will hand it over to uh, Mr. Nsia to continue. But before he comes, I would want to add that if before we after the first or second auction we send you those details, okay, your money should come before we can be able to do the actual auction, because those sourcing houses, they don't joke with their money. If you win a bid and your money is not ready, the next 2 or 3 days it start accruing penalties every day, $50 every day, $50. So before we even start with the auction, getting serious about buying the car for you, you would have sent your money so that we can be able to do that. So Mr. Nsia will continue and then let you know all that is involved for you to send your money for us to buy the car for you. All right, over to you, Mr. Nsia. Mm, Hello, Mr. Nsia. Okay. It looks like we are losing Mr. Nsia. Hold on. Okay, so we are holding on to Mr. Nsia. He'll be coming up very soon. He just dropped, so I'm gonna add him shortly. Yeah, Mr. Nsia will be back very soon because his connection just dropped. So let me continue whilst he rejoins us. Anyway, whilst we wait for Mr. Nsia to show up, some I had a question about somebody asking that, do we have an office in Ghana? Yes, we do. Not necessarily a brick and mortar office, but I am here in the United States, and then Mr. Nsia is in Ghana. So we kind of have this partnership together. We work together anyway. So, okay, so Mr. Nsia is back. Okay, so he's still not able to join. He's having a little bit of connectivity, network issues. Okay.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I think I had a challenge with the network.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. Quickly, I would want to take you through how you are going to do your transfers for the purchase of your vehicles. Now, in Ghana, what it is that every individual has the opportunity to send $10,000 to any country without documentation. And in view of that, what we do is that when you have the desire to buy a car from us, we will first make you send the initial $10,000 through your own account to the one who is buying the car for you outside. Now, any excess cash apart from any additional money uh, with regards to the $10,000, for instance, maybe the cost of the vehicle is $15,000. The individual who is buying the vehicle will be able to send $10,000, and then we will assist you to send the remaining $5,000. In cases where the person is somebody who has been transferring money and has the ability to get us a source document to send it, you have the opportunity to send all your $15,000. I know some banks, when you get the COPAT receipt, it's enough for them to send your remaining monies for you. So with the transfers, sometimes if you have the ability to send it yourself, we will let you send it through any means that you can. But if you need an assistance, here is the number you can send to the recipient in the United States. That is how we do it. So you only come to us when you have a challenge in sending the funds. But when you are able to send it, we will give you the opportunity to send it yourself. So that is how we do the transfer. And as we indicated, because of Bank of Ghana's regulations, you have a limit to send 10,000. But if by your own means you can send in excess of the $10,000, you can do that, and then it's well accepted. So when you are sending the funds for the charges, you do it yourself. But if you would want us to help you in the excess of the 10,000, these are the options that we have. We have people who are in the US who would accept to give you the dollars there, and then you pay the CDs here. The only challenge is that for them, they take the black market rate. They don't use the bank rate. So in view of that, when we discuss and you are okay with it, we will let them give the monies to our partner in the US who is buying the car for you, and then you give them the CD equivalent in Ghana, where you pay the black market rate for them. So that is how our transfers are being handled.
Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Mr. Nsia.
So for the auction and payment fees, okay, thank you.
Okay. So before, after your money, just as Mr. Nsia has explained, you are supposed to send your money yourself. The reason we don't come in is that you might give, if we decide to do that for you, don't forget bank charges, exchange rates, and all that. So you might think that you have given us maybe 50,000 for us to do the transfer, thinking that okay, by the time you do the transfer, we are supposed to receive like maybe $4,500 here in the US. But when the money will come, it would have been like maybe 4,300, 4,200 forgetting the fact that bank charges exchange rate all eat up into transferring the money. So that's why we let you do it yourself. You negotiate that with your bankers. You know exactly how much they are sending, and then you know how much you would send. So we don't usually take customers' money to do the transfers for them. Okay, like Mr. Nsian said, there are the other alternatives are that there are people who would like to take the money here and then give you what do you call it, CDs in Ghana. You send the CDs to your relatives or something, and then the money comes. Okay, so we move on to the next thing, which is the auction related fees and then title. So I have a sample. Uh, all right, so we have two auction that we did. We bought cars for our customers. We have two of them here representing a 2016 Toyota Corolla and then a 2024 Honda CRV. Now, when you look at it, you see that the car sale price for the Toyota was just 2,700 and let's say $2,800. There is one thing which is constant among all of them. You pay for environmental fee, you pay for internet fee, you pay for gate fee, and then you pay the buyer fee. Let me say that I had a customer who, after sending this bill to the person, he came back and said, why are you charging me this much? Please, this amount does not come to us. It goes to the sourcing company, where we do the auction company. So in this case, we bought this car from Copart. So as the sale price increases, so is your buyer fee. Okay, some of them may remain constant. Gate fee may remain constant. Environmental fee may remain constant, but internet bid fee has a limit of, let's say, I think $160 or so. But for the buyer fee, it increases as the car sale price also increases. So you need to bear that in mind. We don't take this money, it doesn't come to us, it goes straight to Copart or IAI or any of the auction houses. They charge you for that. So you bear in mind this. And all inclusive is how much you are going to pay. So for this car, we bought it like for the Toyota Corolla 2016. We got the car for $2,800, but all these charges added up to $3,700. So this is how much you would pay to Copart for them to release the car for us. Please keep your questions coming. I'll be answering any question that you want. So for this much, it's ended up around 20,900, which is quite a huge figure, but it's a good buy we did. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide, which is our charges. This is how much we charge for providing service to you. If the car sale price is less than 15,000, our service fee is just $500. We charge only $500 for the car sale price if it is less than $15,000. If it's more than $15,000 but less than $25,000, we charge you $700 for that. And then if it's more than $25,000, we charge you $1,000 fee. This is not the buyer fee. This is our service fee, how much we charge for rendering the service to you, buying the car, making sure everything is okay, shipping the car to you in Ghana. So be mindful of our service fee, $500 for any car amount which is less than 15,000. Now let me go back to it's only taking care of just the sale price and not this total amount. It's only the car sale price is what we are talking about. Okay, we don't add all other charges and then charge you based on the total amount. It is only on the car sale price, and we find that almost 90% 90% of our customers fall within the 500 range because most of them are not buying cars which are more than 15. Even for Honda CRVs, which are very on the high demand side, we don't go above the 15,000. Most of the cars we buy for CRV 2024, 2025, they are around the 13,000 to 14,000 mark thereabout. So we don't cross that. But when the charges come to add up, it goes a little bit higher over the 15,000. Okay, so the next thing we will talk about, the next thing we'll talk about is where we ship our cars from. No, where we transport our cars to. Okay, hold on. So we have three places where we ship our cars from. You see, our average cost of transportation for shipping your car is around $700 to $800. So we have one on the East Coast, that is New Jersey. We have one in the Middle Belt, which is Illinois or the city within Illinois is Chicago. And then we have one in California, specifically Sacramento. So we ship from all these three locations because we buy cars all around the country. Everywhere in the country, we buy cars from. Because we want to source out the best and the cheapest car for you. We source all cars from all over the country. And we wouldn't want you to buy the car and then your transportation cost will be so much higher such that you cannot be able to afford it. You see, mind you, in our Facebook advert, we told you that we can be able to buy a car for you at a 40% cost reduction over the market rate. Okay, so we take into consideration all these things come into play. So when we buy a car, let's say in Texas, we we transport the car over to Chicago. Okay, when we buy it around Pennsylvania, New York, Florida, North Carolina, we ship over to New Jersey so that your transportation cost will not be too much because you may want to ask if the car can drive, why don't we drive it on the road? It is illegal here in the US to buy a car without insurance, without proper documentation, without for you to drive. No, it won't work. They will seize the car actually. So to avoid all those risks, you just ship the car, transport the car over a long haul truck, and then they bring the car to you. So these are the three places where we ship the cars from. We ship the car from the East Coast, we ship from the Middle Belt, and then we ship from the West Coast. So that in case we buy the car from anywhere, the nearest shipping site is where we send the car to, so that we can be able to ship your car for you. Now, one thing is that we have our business location in New Jersey. So when you ship your car to New Jersey, we are able to get pictures for you, landing pictures, shipping pictures, everything we're able to get for you. But if you ship to Chicago or California, if you are being lucky, sometimes they get pictures for you, but most of the time they are so much busy that they don't want to do that for you. So we miss out on getting landing pictures for our customers. But when the car comes to New Jersey, you can be rest assured that at least you get a landing picture or landing video or a video when the car has already landed. Okay, so that is with our transport system. Now, when you come to the shipping, okay, so like I'm saying, we ship from these three places. We have a port in New Jersey, New York. There's a port right here. There's a port in California, but there is no port in Illinois, Chicago. So for them, they do what you call the inland port. They have the inland port. Okay. So the shipping yard has so many large containers stored in the inland port. They release the containers to the shipping company. Then they load the cars into the containers. When they are done, they transport by rail to New Jersey to ship it out. Okay, so for all cars that are shipped to New Illinois, Chicago, they are transported through the train system. Then it comes to New Jersey or New York. Then it ships out. So people keep on asking how much is the shipping cost. So for you to ship a car from New Jersey is $2,000. In Illinois, 2,200 because of the fact that the extra cost they put it on rails to ship over to New Jersey before it goes out. California takes about 2,400, 2,500. For California, they use the Pacific route. What we mean by the Pacific route is that they go through China before they come to Ghana. So usually when you ship car in the California side, it mostly takes about 60 days for the cars to come. So if you're a customer and you want to ship your car for, we first of all would ask you, do you want us to ship it to California for you to take the 60 days before it comes, or you want to bear a little cost so that we ship the car over to Illinois or New Jersey so that it comes quickly for you? Because when you ship in these areas, it usually takes a month to get to Ghana. But if you ship in California, it takes like 60 days before you get your car. So if you're not in a rush and you can't still afford, it's quite on the cheaper side. We ship it over to California. It goes through the Pacific route through China before it comes to Ghana. Okay. Then we talk about tracking and clearing. Okay, so when we track, when we ship your car for you, when we ship the car out, okay, we give you the tracking number. Okay, we give you the tracking number for you to know that, okay, your car will come in 2 months, your car will come in 1 month or any other day. So we send you the tracking number and then we send you the tracking details. We don't just tell our customers that, okay, we have shipped the car and expect the car. No, we give you an estimated time based on the information the shipping agent will give to us. Okay, the shipping vessel companies will give to us. So we give you the tracking number and then we give you the agent who will be handling the car or at the port. We also give you their contact number and then you get in touch with them about 2 weeks to your uh, estimated time of arrival. You get in touch with the clearing agent and then they will you do your communication and then you pay whatever you want to pay. You always get in touch constantly so that you can be able to communicate with him or her so that you know when and how you know when and how you take your car. Okay, so I have an example of Mr. Nsian will be back to talk about the clearing issues. He's offline at the moment, so okay. Okay, so this is how the tracking your shipping works. So when you look on the tracking, you realize that we just shipped this car last, was it Monday or so, last week. So it's saying that on the first, okay, let me look. On the 1st of June, they released the container to the shipping company, okay, the one who will be loading the containers, shipping company. So they released the container to them on the 1st of June. Then on the 3rd, they returned the container back to the shipping vessel company, okay, meaning that they loaded the stuff, they loaded the cars in there, then they sent it back to the port. Okay, so when they sent it back to the port, they took just 2 days, they sent it back to them. The vessel is estimated to depart on the 10th of June. Okay, so between 3rd and 10th, they keep on loading the vessel with all the other goods they need to send. So they keep on loading the containers, loading the ship. When it's on the 10th, the ship will depart. When it departs, it comes straight to Ghana on the 26th of June, meaning that barely it takes about just 16 days. Is it 16 days? Yeah. It takes barely 16 days for it to land in Ghana. This time shipping has been fast. They used to dock in other countries before they come direct to Ghana, but this time they mostly come to Ghana. So when you have this tracking sheet, actually it's not as nice as this because we redesigned it into this one, but the details are the same. Okay, so you have this when it's about 2 weeks to the time you get in touch with your clearing agent, and then you talk things with them. They will help you clear your car. So that is with the shipping, tracking your shipping vessel. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so what Mr. Nsian was supposed to talk about this. He's offline at the moment, so let me just finish up quickly and then we attend to. What you are supposed to know is that you'll be paying import duty, you'll be paying container fee, you'll be paying the agent fee. So these are mostly the three main fees that you pay. This one goes to the government of Ghana. Container fees goes to the government of Ghana. Sometimes they call it GAPOHA fees or something like that. So, and then this one goes to the agent. Okay. So mostly as at now, agents they charge like between 1,500 to $2,000 for clearing your car on your behalf. If Mr. Nsia would have been here, he would have described or taken us into details what requirements do you need to get your uh, import duties and pay. But he's offline, so we would want to move ahead and go ahead. So why would somebody give us his $20,000 to buy a car and then send it to the person? One, the first reason is that we are very, very transparent. All information we we have with our customers. We do one-on-one conversation with our customers every time. Every time we do one-on-one. Oh, Mr. Nsian is back. Okay, let me finish with this so that he'll take us through the clearing process. For the first one, transparent process and regular updates. Now, throughout all our conversation, from the initial contact you have with us, we communicate every process with our customer. Like I was saying, if we send you sample cars and then you decide, okay, this one is what I want, then we go for the auction. We send you videos. If you're able to get videos, we will let you know. But if you're not, we are able to get you prices of the final bid. Okay, so at every point in time, we are always in constant communication with our customers. The next thing is that we customer approve before we buy. This is very crucial. So when we send you samples of the cars based on your requirement, you then decide on which of the cars you need, so that when you inform us, we target the auction. So we have every approval with our customers. Now for transportation cost, we engage different companies to move our cars for us. When they give us a quote, we send it to you. Everything, every receipt, every invoices, every purchases that we make, we will send you what do you call it? Invoice. We send you receipt. Every time the customer is in the know, for you to track how much your spending is going, how much we are spending on the money you send to us. Okay. So for everything we are transparent, we require customer approval. Okay, we send you so many cars. Do you want us to buy this car? Do you want us to, you say, okay, this one I don't like it. I don't, so we only need your approval for one particular car, then we target. When we are not able to get the car, we send you another sample. You choose which one you want, and then we target for auction. The next one is that we verify all cars before we make purchase. There are some cars they may have had accidents which may not be known at the time of auction. So when you decide on which car you really want, that is when we go for the history to know what was actually wrong with this car. Maybe it had had a serious damage and then they fixed it and then put it there, or it has never been involved in an accident. It has slight damage. It hasn't had any serious issues. We check all those things before we buy. And then the last thing is that we have a proven track record of successful delivery. By the grace of God, every customer that requested the car from us has been able to receive the car. The one of the most serious one that happened was the blockade within the Strait of Hormuz. Remember the American Israel Iran war. By then, we had shipped some cars from California, and we feared that they might have impacted those cars. But thankfully, the cars were shipped before the war began. Okay, but thankfully, they were not stuck at the Strait of Hormuz. They never used the Strait of Hormuz, so the cars arrived successfully. So we know that anytime we ship cars, by the grace of God, they arrive successfully to their customers. So you have a proven track record of you getting your car the moment you engage us to buy a car for you. We do all the necessary things. We ship them over to you in Ghana, and then you have your car. So we have a little testimonial from two of our customers. In fact, there are so many of them, but then we can't add all of them here. So this is from a gentleman which we never knew, two people we have never met before. They only saw our what do you call the stars? What do you call, the WhatsApp star? Somebody showed it to them. They they got in touch with us, and then we transacted business for them. So this one, we just cleared this car last Saturday, and was saying to us that, okay, please, we have been able to clear the car. Thank you once again. And a happy customer. And then this one is saying that I am so happy. I am so happy for getting me a nice car. This was the car we actually used for our Facebook ad. Okay. These people, we never knew them. We asked them how we were able to know of these ones. They told us somebody saw your WhatsApp and then recommended you to us. So at least these are the two people that we never, there are so many of them, but we just don't want to use the regular people we know. These are strange people that engage our business. And for that matter, you can be able to rest assured that your car is going to come. Okay, so these are our contact list. If you want to get in touch with us, I'm only on WhatsApp. If you want to get in touch with me, you get on WhatsApp. You can get in touch with Kwame on WhatsApp and then call. This is our email, and we would like you to follow us or scan the code so that you can be able to follow our Facebook. We put updates on our Facebook wall so that you can be able to see what's going on. It has been quite some time since we posted, but then we'll be doing that frequently from now. At this point, we want to thank you for all the time you have taken through for this session. If you have any questions, please send them over. Please send your questions over so that we can be able to answer each questions in here. Please send your questions. Okay. Any questions? The most of the questions we usually get. Let me see. Most of the questions we usually get is the Yaris. Okay, the Yaris. So for Yaris, Toyota has stopped making Yaris on the US market. Toyota stopped working on Yaris on the US market in 2021. So for the normal Yaris you see in Ghana, the saloon ones, okay, they stopped working on them in 2012. 2012, they stopped working on them in 2012. And then from 2012 to 2017, they only produced the hatchback, the one with the slide boot or whatever they call it, the push boot. Okay, they made those ones, and then from 2017 to 2020, they did what we call the Yaris IA. Okay, so Yaris, if you want Yaris, you kind of get the ones with the high mileages. Okay, even go check those at the garages in Ghana. You will see that they have very high mileage unless they've probably changed the engine. So those of you who are requesting for Yaris, we can get Yaris for you, but bear in mind that it will be very hard to get around the 75,000 miles that we always talk about, because like I said in the earlier uh, presentation, I told you that we have a business rule that we don't search for cars which are more than 70,000 for our customers. But if you want us to go above, we can be able to do that. Okay, based on what the customer. But if we are the ones searching for it, we don't go above that. So Yaris, the old ones have a higher mileage, but if you prefer to get them, we will still buy for you. So that is just a point of information I needed to pass across, since most of you are requesting for Yaris. So Yaris, the Toyota stopped working on them in the US market. You can probably get Vitz. Vitz are not also on the US market, they are in the Asian market. So you will find them over there. Okay. So there's a question from Asante Prince. He said, hello boss. If you want to buy a car to Ghana after paying for the car, you have to pay for another shipping, America, and also pay for clearance in Ghana. I want to be clear on that. Yes, so if you buy the car, okay, for us, we buy the car from Copart. If the moment you buy the car, you have just 1 day or 2 days to actually move the car from the yard. If you don't take the car, every day they charge you for storage fees. So it starts with only $5, the next day $10, the next day $15. It compounds. Okay. So we quickly have to move the car away from. Other than that, storage fee will add up and then it will increase your cost. So the moment we buy, we make arrangement to move the car from their yard. So when we move the car from their yard, we send them over to shipping yard where it will be coming to Ghana. So you need to pay for shipping before they can actually put them in containers, put them in the ship, and then they send them over to Ghana. When it comes to Ghana, the port authorities will also charge you for duty. So every car that has ever made it in Ghana through shipping or through the vessel would need to go through uh, the port authorities for you to pay custom duties before they release the car for you. So if you see a car in a garage, as in the ones that they sell around the streets and all that, they all go through the same process. You buy the car and then you have to pay duties before they get the car for you. Is it okay? I don't know if I'm clear on that, Asante Prince. If there's anything more, okay. Let me take one more question before Mr. Nsha comes to do the clearing. Uh, Another question I have. It's a good presentation. I am ready. I will get in touch. I work with a clearing company, hence clearing it will be done by my. Sure, since you work with the clearing people, it kind of solves, let's say, 50% or 70% of your issues because Mr. Nshan will talk about these clearing stuff with separation of whatever. They know so much more about that. But once you are already in the field, you will know so much more better than this. But if you are ready, you can get in touch with us and then we'll get your car for you. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Please let your questions keep coming. Okay, so I bring back Mr. Nsia for him to go through the clearing for us. Yeah, he's having connectivity issues. I think he's back.
Okay, Sammy. So yes, please can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So with the clearing, what we normally do is that sometimes we leave it for the agents of the shippers, but there are times that somebody will have uh, a clearing agent or a company that he will want that person to clear his or her vehicle for him or her. In that case, what they do is on the BL, they do a separation and then they give you a bill of lading with regards to your car. So when they do the separation, what it means is that you pay the container fee to the agent of the shipper. So when you do that, the only thing you will pay again will have to do with the
agent fee who will be clearing your vehicle for you. Then when it's done, the person that or the person that you would want him to clear your vehicle will clear the vehicle for you. As Sami earlier on indicated, with the clearing, it's something that with the charges, some people would want to buy one or two items in the car before they ship it. Now, the only thing that they will let go at the port by the customs is the bumper crashed or the door is crashed and you buy a new door in the States and then you placed it in your car. That one, they know you are using it to fix your car. But any other item that you place in the car, sometimes it attracts some fee. So these are some of the things that we would want you to know. So when you want to clear a car, all you need is your Ghana card. All you need is your Ghana card. Now the Ghana card has become like it's our tin number. So the moment the agent gets your Ghana card, it is enough for the agent to use to clear your car for you. So that is the only document you need to clear a vehicle in Ghana. You need your Ghana card. So the moment you have your Ghana card, you pay your container fee or the separation fee and then the agent fee, you are good to go. Your car will be cleared for you. And then
Okay.
what we do is that, yes, I'm the last one. What we do is that we share the tracking with the customer. So when you have your tracking, you can track to know where your vehicle is. When it gets to Ghana and the ship is docking, you get to know. When it is cleared in Ghana, you will know. So sometimes recently we had an incident where the ship delayed and our customers were a bit worried. But what we did was we shared the tracking with all of them. So we took them through how to track the vehicle. So when they track and they get to know that yes, the ship has not docked and that they have not cleared the goods, they were relaxed because these are things that are beyond our control. We cannot control when the ship will dock. And per our investigation, we realized that there was a bit of congestion at the port, and that caused that delay. So that is how we go about with our clearing. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Inside, there's a question I believe is for you.
Okay.
It's
Why
saying
are
why ask? Mhm.
some cars less expensive but very costly when clearing? Okay, so with the duty, it has to do with the car specification. You know, we have luxury cars, we have normal cars. So when you take some cars, a car like Lexus is a luxury car and its duty is high. But one more thing, when your duty is given, it's not compulsory that you send the money to the agent to pay the duty. No, he will only send you the duty, the document that shows that you are paying your duty, and then you can pay it at any commercial bank in Ghana. You don't need to send your duty to the agent to pay it for you. You pay it and then you send the receipt to the agent. So some cars are expensive than the others based on the car specification. For instance, like CRV, we have the LX, we have the ELX, and we have the Touring and others. So, depending on the specification, like CRV Sport, their duty is a bit higher than the normal CRVs. So, depending on the type of car, that is how come you pay that duty. And then coming to the container fee, I know some charge uh, the fees are a bit different depending on the size of your car. So when your car is a big car, they charge differently from the smaller cars. So it ranges between 6,000 to 8,000 for the container fee. So when you pay your duty, as for the container fee and then the agent fee, you will send it to the agent. their personal account or their Bomo line. Those ones you send it to them. But for the duty, you can pay it at any commercial bank in Ghana without giving the money to anybody.
Okay. I think I will add a little bit to what Mr. Nsia has said. With why some cars are bought very cheap here in the US but have very high costly import duties.
Like Benz.
The
Sammy, explain the Benz to them. Mercedes.
so this is how they do with the import duties. Every item on the import duty is a percentage of the MSRP. What we mean by the MSRP is that, let's say when uh, Benz brought out a 2025 car onto the market, the original manufacturer's price is what they calculate all those duties around. So somebody might have used the car, let's say 2016 car, okay? Somebody might have used it for 10 years, but when the car gets to the port, they go back to 2016 and use the value that Toyota released the car, the price that was attached, the release price of the car in 2016. That is what they will use to calculate the duty. So when you check the line item on all the duty thing, you see that it's a percentage of the manufacturer's price at that time. So if you release a car like 2025 Honda and it gets to the port, they go to Honda and see how much did Honda release that car, at what price did they release it for. Then they begin to check everything, that percentages on that price. So I know, for instance, Copart has complained. Most of the auction companies have complained to the international bodies, but the Ghana port authorities are not barging to it because you are supposed to use the price of the car. I know, for instance, when you are shipping a car to Canada from US, when you want to ship a car, when you get to the border, which I have experienced that before, when you get to the border, what they inspect is the bill of sale. Okay, how much did you buy the car for? So for the bill of sale, the example is what we gave you, the invoice. They will check that, okay, you bought the car for $4,000. Then they check their import duties on the $4,000 and not on the manufacturer's price they released 10 years ago or 5 years ago. Okay, that is how the Ghana port is supposed to be doing, but they don't do it like that. They don't base their value on the purchase price. Probably they cannot confirm, okay, that this bill you are sending to us is genuine, since they know that we know what they can do. This is just an allegation, it's not confirmed anyway. So they know that they cannot be able to confirm or something like that. So they go back to the manufacturer's price and then they calculate those duties. That is why you can be able to buy a car as cheap as $2,000, $3,000, but the duty may go as high as maybe $5,000. We recently wanted to get a Mercedes Benz for because Mr. Insan wanted to get a Mercedes Benz. When we checked the import duties, it was way higher, so about 10 times higher than how much we were going to buy the car for. It wasn't worth it. So we decided to stop and get a different car. So that is why uh, clearing prices are so higher than the actual price we buy the car for. Is that clear, Prince Asante? Any other questions, please? Any other questions? So we would want you to follow our Facebook page. We couldn't do a live stream on our Facebook because Facebook says we are not up to 100 followers. So I would like you to follow us, give our links out to other people to follow us so that we can be able to stream next time directly from our Facebook page. Okay, so since there are no other questions, I think we would end the live stream right here. But before I go, I want to put across our contact us details again. Here is our QR code. You can be able to scan the code and then you follow us on our Facebook page. So please get in touch with any of us, myself or Kwame, so that you can be able to get your dream car for you. If there are no more questions, we would like to end here and then we continue some other time. Thank you all for joining us. Recommend us to your friends, recommend us to your neighbors, recommend us to your enemies, and we'll meet again. Thank you so much.